Hi everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for your support, subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. I really do appreciate it to help my channel grow, so thank you very, very much. It means a lot. So I'm here today with an idea that basically it was keeping me up all night last night. I couldn't sleep anyway because of my fibro pain, but this was idea kept rattling around in my brain, and I needed to get it out of my brain and into a physical form so that yeah, I could then quieten my mind down. But it's basically using a paperclip as a closure for a journal. And this is what I've done here. This was the very first one I made, and it just uses one of these to create a tie closure that you just wrap around for a journal. Now, this is a new idea to me, but just a disclaimer, I don't know if it's a new idea completely. When I googled or searched altered paperclips, oh my, there are thousands of videos out there of altered paperclips. I googled altered paperclip closures, couldn't actually find any, but that doesn't mean to say this hasn't already been done. So it's a new idea to me, but not necessarily a new idea out there in the world. So I just wanted to put that out there. So anyway, this new idea to me, I'm super excited about, and I really just wanted to switch the camera on and share with you. I've literally only just finished this one here that I was practicing to give you an idea of what they look like. It's still really damp with glue. I think I put a bit too much glue on in my excitement. Yeah, basically you tie your journal up with it, like I've done this little traveller's notebook. That just comes off there, and your closure is all inside this altered paperclip. And I've just decorated it up with a little butterfly, and then I just literally wrap it round a few times like this, and then we just tie it up. Get it under the butterfly's wing, and just tie the string up. If I can tie a bow this way, there we go, and that's your closure for your journal. So how cool is that? I'm so pleased with it. I'm really chuffed with myself. So this is what we're going to make today. I thought I'd take you through the process of how I do it, and yeah, let's get crafting. Okay, move that to the side. This was one that I'd gone ahead and made. Now, I haven't put anything over the back of that because it's quite nice lace, so I don't mind seeing that from there. But this is another one that I've made that you just tie around a journal, and that closes. These are in the process, these two are in the middle process of being done. They're still quite wet inside with the glue, and I haven't stuck the thread down. So we're just going to pop these to the side, and hopefully by the time we've done this stage here, those will be dry and we can decorate them up. So I'm going to try and go through this slowly and methodically. When I get a bit hyper when I'm excited about something, so I need to, yeah, just focus. Now, these are the paper clips. They measure, let's see, they're just over 7 and not quite 7.5 centimeters, but in inches they are just over 2 3/4 inch paper clips. That I've had these kicking about for years, which is another reason why I wanted to do something with them. I'm on a bit of a mission at the moment, and coming into July's videos on my channel, you'll see a lot more repurposing, reusing, recycling, that kind of videos. I'm quite passionate about that, so yeah, I wanted to get these used, and I've seen a lot of people where they will decorate these up, wrap them all around, have dangles hanging off of them, and this idea actually came about from making up the paperclip slips set 1 from Tracy Fox Creative, where she's done a new idea herself. She came up with this, where the little slips that you put the paper clip in and you cover them. Let me just get you and show you her kit. Here we go. This is what they come as. You get 2 in there like that, and you just put them together like this, and the paper clips completely enclosed. So a brilliant idea. Tracy comes up with some fabulous ideas. So I was playing with these this morning, yesterday. I was doing these, and when I was hunting for the 2-inch paper clips that you use for this, I haven't got very many at all, but I found a load of these, and I thought, oh, I haven't got the kit. The kit doesn't come in this size, it only comes in this size to do the 2-inch. So what could I do with these ones? You know, and I thought, well, I've seen people make altered paper clips where they'll wrap paper around, they'll hang bits off of them and stuff. And I went to bed with this rattling around in my head, and this is how how comes I've managed to come up with the closure, because I've got a journal that I'm in the process of starting that hasn't got anything on the cover of it. It's just the material and a bit of lace, and that's it. Normally the fronts of my journals, like you've probably seen the Red Rose journal making series on my channel, the cover of the journal has got lovely images that are from the kit that I've collaged in a nice way. The 3 spring journals that I made all got a focal point on the journal, but this particular one that I'm doing has got such lovely upholstery fabric I'm using. I didn't want to cover it up, just add to it with a bit of lace. So this came about from that idea. So thank you, Tracy Fox, for sparking my creativity from these lovely paperclip slips to then think of doing this as a closure. So basically, what you need with these paper clips are some strips of paper. You can use any paper. I've got a bit of digital paper here. This is some coffee dyed paper, and then this is just some really old cardboard. It's quite thick but really fibrous, and that actually made this one, so I made it a bit too thick. I need to make it a bit smaller than that, but yeah, you can use any. And basically I've measured this, the width of these, and they are just under 5.5 centimeters. I will just see for those people that like inches, it's just over 2.25. What's that? 2.8, is it? I'm no good at maths, sorry, but that's about the size you need. And basically what you do is you slip this onto here, making sure you have enough gap on the end here just to basically stick it. When we fold it up, we need to make sure this is stuck down. Just helps secure it, that's all. And I usually like to leave about 1/4 inch, and that just seems to fit nicely in the center of the paper clip like that. So that's basically the first step, is to cut some paper to the width. I mean, you could do this probably with any size paper clip, and people have done it when they've wrapped paper clips as decoration, but I wanted to use these and have a bigger loop at either end so that I could have the material coming out, or the lace or anything. So that's what we do. If I move these to the side here and we just focus on this one, if you're going to ink, it would be a good time to ink now to save time on the video. With this particular coffee dye one, I'm not going to ink it. Basically all I do is just make sure, that's a bit too much, come down a little bit, you've got enough so that you can glue this edge up here, and I just make sure it's kind of center, and then just flatten it and squash it down so you get a bit of a fold on that edge there. Then we glue that edge. Just check I'm still filming. Yeah, okay, so let's put some glue on here. We just want some glue to glue this down. And I will just put a bead of glue around on here. This is strong PVA glue that does stick, and it does say it bonds fabric as well as metals and wood and stuff like that. But you could easily use Fabri-Tac or a glue of your choice, but it needs to be a strong glue, because especially if it's a closure you need it to. And I just manipulate it through, especially on this first fold. It means you can see the paper clip, which doesn't look too nice, but you're not going to see this in a bit. This gets folded inside it. So as long as that's all nicely glued down, we'll just give it a few moments to dry. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've been enjoying the videos that I've been doing so far. I've got some more to come for July, and I've just finished the Red Rose Journal series on my channel. So if you're interested, I'm more than happy to do another journal making series with a different kit, and see how we go making another journal. I think this is dry enough, so make sure, like this is two-sided, you could use any side, but obviously this side for me is slightly darker. So with the digital you would want to make sure it's in the reverse side, and you flip that bit up like that on here. We'll come to do that one in a minute, but basically once that's dry enough for you to fold up, you just do a fold like so. What I tend to do is do the folds all first, then unfold it and add in my glue. It just helps you to judge how far down you need this. I think it looks like we're starting to move slightly, so you can see we need to manipulate it a little bit further this way. So I think it softens it. See, we've got the bit of paper that's on the edge there, and we don't want that, so I need to tear a piece off of here just to make sure that you glue it like this one has been glued in the middle of there. So let's just tear, where are we? We'll tear that off there. I think that should be more than enough. There we go. Okay, so that's all manipulated and softened. So now I'm just going to start gluing. I'm going to put a bit of glue on this bit here, but actually I think I'm going to swap to this. It's the same glue, it's just got a wider nozzle, meaning it's a bit easier to manipulate. So just put some glue there, and then we just start folding over and keeping it straight so that those edges are straight. It's torn, so it doesn't really matter if it goes slightly out, and you just keep manipulating it and keep folding it up. And you can do it as many times. You don't have to have a piece of paper as long as this. I've kept it this length purely because I'm using these as closures for journals, rather than just decorating them up. If you were going to have some beads or something on it, you wouldn't want too many thicknesses of the paper, because these are quite heavy paper clips. So we'll do another one there, and then what I want to do on this last bit is just make sure all this edge has got enough glue to stick it all down. So I'm just going to do this on the edge at the end. So I flip that up there, flip that up there, and that just enough, look at that, over to onto there, and that is all wrapped up. So what I will then do is just leave it. I've got some weights here, and I'm just going to weight it down to hold it and dry it and keep it straight. You can put it under a book or something like that if you don't have any specific weight. And then once it's dry enough, that's what you get, is a simple covered paperclip, which is what I've seen many people do, but we're going to decorate them up, and I'll put the other bit through to show how we turn it into a closure. So let's move this to the side so it doesn't block my light. It's quite a dim day today. Let me just see if the blinds will make a difference. It's a little bit of a difference. That's a bit better. It's a bit brighter for you to see. Okay, so first of all, I do want to ink this one. So I'm just going to ink around just up the sides, really. And then on the end there. Lovely, it just looks nice inked. Okay, so when you're wanting a patterned one and you have it on the other side, like I said, have it face down. Pop your paper clip across in here, and you want it so that, again, so that you've got just a little bit there, enough to tie this first bit in, and then enough to glue this bit across the top here. So let's just make sure we've got that straight and fold it in. Lovely. So let's glue this bit like we did on the other one. Glue this all down. There we go. So that's like that. Again, just squeezing that bit down there, that keeps that all in there, squeezing that middle bit, and then just making sure that that's all. Let's just do that and make sure we've got it all glued down. Lovely. Give that a moment to dry. While that's drying, excuse me, I'm just going to give this a quick ink. Any particular side that we want to see? I think we'll go with this side. This inks up lovely. This, I'm not sure where it came from, just some old, it looks like backing paper of some kind. It's lovely. It is lovely to work with. There we go. I think that looks good. Alright, okay, let's see. Is this dry enough to manipulate? I think so. So we want to bring that down like that. That's not quite straight, so we need to straighten it. Give that a little bit more there. That's it. And just, I hope you're seeing this. Let's see. So you're just folding it up. Okay, now we can add the glue, and I want to this time round not add quite as much, so I think I am going to use this one is still so wet because I used that other glue. So let's put some glue all along here. A bit at a time. Stop that. Let's do that way. Okay. So yeah, once you get into a rhythm with these, you could batch make quite a few of them, which is what my plan was to do. I think I need a bit more under there. And you can put all sorts of stuff on the front of them. They don't have to be for a journal. They could do, us junk drillers like to do those folio flips that flip out. You could use it to tie one of those together. They're quite sturdy, being the metal paper clips and everything. They're going to be quite strong. So yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, this is feeling better. It doesn't feel so damp still like that one still feels slightly off. And then we just pour, oops, that over like so. And that's basically what you're doing, is just folding it over each time. So let's have a look at this one. This one's, yeah, I'm going to put this one under there now. So that's that. Let's do one more. Let's do this one. Turn it over. That was the side that I inked. So let's put this in. Again, we want enough to tie that end in. That looks about centre. So I'm going to fold this up. Like so. And I'm gonna use some of this glue because this is so fibrous, it takes quite a lot of the glue. It soaks into it quite a bit. And we'll just put a bit on there for luck. Okay. Let's manipulate this together. This is the only bit, this very first bit, where I make sure I've pinched all that in, and basically you're just sealing the paper clip inside this first bit of paper. Okay, put the lid on that, give that a moment to dry. And then we'll fold it up and let that dry, and I've got one here that I've already made in this material, so we can decorate those bits up. Okay, that should be ready to manipulate over. Let's go like that. So, I mean, you only really need a couple of turns. You could stop there if you wanted to. I think I'm going to do one more, and I think I will actually. We just want this maybe there, and let's just give this a good ink, and then that should fold over and be in the center. Yeah, so you don't need to even have it as long as what I had. That just doesn't make it quite as thick then. Okay, so let's put some more of this glue on. As we, oops, put it on my ruler, manipulate this up. There we go. It should be more than enough glue on there. There, that's lovely. That finished better in the middle. There we go. So that is another one done there. So let's see. this one's, yeah, that's not too bad. So I'm going to put this one under the weight to the side of me, and we can start decorating. So while those two finish off drying, I'll bring this one in. I found just some old ribbon that I've had, and I've basically what I do is feed it through. Let me take it out and I'll show you. So that's your paper clip, and you want to, which side you want as the top. I'm going to have this as the top, and then you put one side in that way, the other end in there, and I just get my two ends, oops, pull it so that it is straight like so, and then we can decide on which bit we're going to glue. This material kind of rolls, I think it's like the ending bit of a material, but it just looks such a lovely ribbon to use. So I just want to put some Fabri-Tac in there, so I just hold a bit of it in place. You might find an easier way to do this, but this is how I do it. And then I just put a big blob of Fabri-Tac on there, and then just lay that on there like so. That pulls through, and I will do the same again on this side. Let's just move that out so that we can put some glue under here, pull that through, untwist it because I've got it twisted. It's typical, all the others I've done didn't get twisted, that one's got twisted. There we go. So that's basically what you're doing, is just holding that in place. What I'm tempted to do is just glue this roll bit down just on this back bit so that it does lay smooth. Oh, come on, glue. You were there a minute ago. There we go. Just put some glue under here, and then just manipulate that over like so, and the same with this side. And then what I do, depending on how neat the back of it is, I'll put a piece of material over it. Put a piece of paper over it. Let's just, where did my tissue go? It's gone. Grab a tissue, my glue. This Fabri-Tac glue, it must be because of the heat here in the UK, but it takes forever to come down out of the bottle, and the bottle's only half full, so it should come down quicker than it does. And then when it does all it wants to do is leak. So that's that bit all done and secure. As you can see on this one, I'll just take this one off. I covered over the material with a piece of coffee dyed paper just to seal it inside itself, which I will do exactly the same with this one. In fact, we've got a spare bit that we cut off here, didn't we? Look. So let's just rip a slither off of here. I don't, do we want about a ruler's, yeah, about a ruler's width, that's good. That's a good width. There we go. I'm just going to ink this up. That way, if you've got any glue, any messiness on there, can easily be hidden. And then I'll just put some Fabri-Tac glue on here. And just stick that right over the top of it. Stick it down, And I think what I'm going to do is put it under my weight again here. Let's take this one off and just put this to the side for a moment while that glue sticks in there. Where this one I didn't need to, the lace is just pretty enough, I think, for you to see, so I haven't bothered covering that one over, and I probably won't when I put this one on here. I won't cover that over because that's nice material, unless of course it seeps through and you do get glue stains on there, then I would cover it up, but yeah, that's basically what you do. So actually we haven't got one. No, let's do this one, and then that one should be dry enough to decorate. So what I want to do is do this one slightly different. I'm just going to pull that to the side again. See, as you can see, it doesn't matter which way you try and do it, as long as what you adhere this to is going to be strong, because you're going to be tying it in and out. So I make sure there's lots of glue, and then I just pull that down. I folded it over because that just made it neater on that edge there. There, that's down. Get rid of the glue off my fingers. And it's I think I still might put a bit of paper on there. But there we go, that's that one done, ready to tie around. So let's have a look at decorating this up. I come up with lots of ideas that you could do. These are some spare Tim Holtz ephemera that I had, and I thought, well, you could stick that on the front. You got that on the front. Could even just have it that to the side so you see some of the paper clip. That was an option that I had. A portrait, I thought that would be really quite nice on the front of the journal, and I might even actually go with that on there. But let's show you what else. I had just a little cluster that I'd made. You could put that, stick that onto the front of it as your journal closure. What else have we got? I've got a big bunch of fussy cut ephemera. This is from my my pal Jo at the Journaling Boutique on Etsy. She's got a fabulous ephemera embellishments, and I mean, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? That would look lovely on the front of a shabby chic journal, just stuck on there. I would make sure that these are a lot thicker. These are printed on quite thin card. What I did with this one over here is 3 thicknesses of a punch of card, just so that has got some real strength to it before I then put the bit of fabric and the butterfly on the top, so that's really sturdy. That's the only thing I would say, is you don't want something on here that's quite flimsy. You would need to thicken something up. But I mean, you've got that bit of ephemera. That would look lovely on there. And then that just closes round a journal. Let me get a big journal and I can show you what they actually look like. Let's see. Just bear with me. There's this one that's oops, that's still in my Etsy, so that would tie around like this. I just tend to wrap it around like that and then do a simple bow, and that's your closure for your journal. And as I said, you can decorate them up. You could even leave it plain. You could have that actually attached to the back of the journal if it's left plain, and then you just flip that over and you've got your pretty bow that you tie at the front like so. There's multiple ways that you can do these, so yeah, I just really wanted to come on and share with you this idea, which I'm absolutely loving. I'm going to be making loads of these. I think they are absolutely great. And as I said, you've got this little one on a traveller's notebook, so they don't even need to be for a big journal. They can be for small journals. You can have them on folio flips. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this little video. Give me a thumbs up if you have. Let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas. If you do make any of these, do tag me on IG. My IG is at BumbleBeeCrafts13. I'd love to see how you take this and run with it with your creativity. So do let me know and tag me. I'd love to see it. And thank you very, very much for joining me and listening to me waffle and share my idea that's been rattling around in my brain overnight. So yeah, thank you very much. Take care, everybody. Bye.